Hey everybody, it's time for a pop-up, and it's nighttime on Thursday, and a little bit earlier we did our guided meditation for a healed America that we do every single Thursday right here on my channel. So I did write a Substack and took up a lot of my time today, but it is on a net Substack, and I posted it on my post page. So check there if you want to find the link. If you go to Substack and you go to Annette's Substack, it should turn up. If that doesn't work, try Grassroots of Democracy. It should definitely turn up. Okay, so I'm going to look at a couple of things. I know there are a lot of things that are going on. Maybe everything that's going on is raising people's blood pressure. So I want everyone to understand that when you get into that state of mind where your blood pressure is rising, take a deep breath in and hold it, and a longer breath out, and do that a few times. And say to yourself, in this present moment, I'm not in a dire emergency. So most of what we are freaked out about, mostly everything, is in the mind. Am I right? Everything that we're freaked out about is presently in our minds. And that being the case, we better be careful about what we're thinking in the present moment, because what we think about in the present moment sets the trajectory for what's going to happen in the future. It adds energy to it. So redirect doomsday thinking. We are under attack by Putin's puppet. Putin wanted to destroy America from within, and that's what we're in the midst of. They infiltrated the media, as we can clearly, more and more clearly see. They got Dumpy in there, not once but twice. They want to finish the job and take over America. The Kremlin does, Putin does. And actually, since I'm starting there, why don't I pick a few cards about that? So I'll pick a few cards about how that's going. The plan to take over the United States from the Kremlin. The plan from the Kremlin to take over the United States. So they're having some kind of a big fancy dinner. I think it's tonight, and we did kind of focus on that in the meditation, where Dumpy is basically selling America, attempting to sell America to the highest bidder. But, you know, a year or two, well, during Dumpy 1, I was saying that America's for sale. So, I mean, because that's the way he was behaving. So he's still trying to sell it. And I really do get this gloating energy from the MAGA Republicans that's going on right now. So I'm going to just pull 3 cards about the Kremlin and how they're feeling in terms of, do they feel like they're on their way? Do they feel like they're on their way to achieving their goal? The Tower card, massive disruption, really challenging for them. And the Page of Wands. No, I think that the people are going to speak louder. The people have the power. The people will speak louder. The Tower card indicates a disruption. Yes, they want a disruption of our government. They certainly have disrupted our government. It's going to get very much more challenging for them, because I'm feeling a world leader. I'm actually feeling a world leader influence. So how it's going for Putin to take over the United States of America is they've surely caused disruption, but their plan will be disrupted. I feel other countries stepping in. 5 of Wands reminds me of 5 Eyes. And the Page of Wands, yeah. Okay, so this is what I want to mention to you right now. Kathy Beal just sent me a text that confirmed something that I said the other night when I couldn't figure out who this foreign person was, and I called it a reporter. I think it was probably a pop-up PNN. I think. I have to go back and look when I said that. It was towards the end of the video. I remember that. Massive leak. She sent me a text with a massive leak, a post that she found about somebody who's been following what's been going on, and he's a Russian, and he's not in Russia anymore. I mean, he couldn't really say anything if he was in Russia anymore. That would be very risky. But anyway, it confirmed what I said. I was perplexed about who it would be. I couldn't figure it out. But I did say it felt like reporter energy. So it's somebody speaking out about the Russian connection to Dumpy. And I'll get into that more tomorrow. So the Page of Wands reminds me of that. And the people having the power. I do feel like all this disruption that we're in is going to be very challenging. What Russia has done is just, it's just about to be completely blown open. So yeah, they've kind of succeeded to this point, but I don't feel like Putin is meeting his goals. Just like Ukraine, he thought he'd take Ukraine in 3 days. It's over 3 years later. I think that he thinks he can. I think that Putin has had on his mind that he wants Dumpy to hand the keys to America over to him, like, by now. And it's not happening, and then the Eight of Swords is coming up, and that means that Dumpy's hands are tied. Very interesting, if I may say so myself. Wow. So, everybody, if the big beautiful bill is freaking you out, I have to just tell you this because I know. Turn it off. Direct your thoughts to it failing. Now let me tell you something. I'm getting that it's dead on arrival. Let me tell you something else. The House, the GOP, the MAGAs have a slim majority in the House. They passed the bill, but it still has to pass the Senate. And I think that so many Americans are going to be up in arms for one thing. That's one component to it not passing. Even if by some fluke, I'm just saying, theoretically speaking, through some fluke, if it passed, everything would come tumbling down. It wouldn't, it doesn't have any teeth. Too many people know now. So I'm going to read on the big beautiful bill and how it's going to go for MAGA. There's a lot of gloating energy going on right now. I feel them gloating. I feel them excited that they're getting closer to doing greater evil and greater evil. And they're like, ooh, we're getting close. We'll do more evil. We'll do more evil. Insatiable greed. It's unbelievable. Oh, we're going to take food out of the mouths of babies and the elderly and the poor, and people will die. And it's like, what? So I'm asking how it's going to go, how that big beautiful bill, which I can call the murder bill, how it's going to go. And I'm just going to call it that because that's what it is. Change of fortune. I'm reading from their perspective. This is not getting what they want. Two of Wands. I keep getting the Two of Wands. It's starting to drive me crazy. It's like the Two of Wands. Things hanging in the balance. I just keep getting things hanging in the balance. Like, and in other words, it really feels like the guides are saying, just because something looks on the surface like it's something credible, there's just nothing's etched in stone. Nothing is etched in stone. And I have the Eight of Cups here, which is, okay, so I'm asking from the MAGA Republicans' perspective, the Eight of Cups is them regretting what they did in the past. I think it's going to come and smack them right upside the head, metaphorically speaking. the crimes they've committed in the past, the Wheel of Fortune, they think they're going to get all that and, you know, and a hamburger to go with it. But, I don't know where that came from. But anyway, there's too much hanging in the balance for them to have a, like, it doesn't feel like a win. It feels like they're going to try to give you the illusion that they're going to get their murder bill. I'm just calling it that because that's what it is. People won't be able to have their medication, they'll die. You know, I'm just thinking that's what would happen because they would want that to happen, but that's not happening. It's not happening. It's not, we're not in barbaric, we're not in the Dark Ages. People are really thinking we're going to go back to the Crusades or the barbarians or the Vikings or, you know. And for that matter, everyone's freaking out thinking we're going back to Nazi Germany. I don't mean everyone. I'm just using that as a word. We're not. That's not happening. What's happening is it's trying to come back. It's letting us know that if we don't bond together, then things won't work out. But we're bonding together. Those Nazi Germany will never happen again. It won't. We're at a different frequency. So I'm going to pull 3 more cards about I'm going to pull 3 cards about the Harvard students that Dumpy wants to, he just wants to like extract them from college. So I'm going to actually read on the students there. Now, when I think about Harvard and him, I mean, he just comes up with stuff every day. Oh, yeah, that will hurt people. Let's do, yeah, that will hurt people. I did write about that in my Substack. How can I hurt people the most? And Putin is the same way. Students at Harvard. International students at Harvard. Queen of Swords is a very, very strong voice, speaking out. The Death card, his plans, Dumpy's plans are not going to go as he wants them to. Too much power at Harvard. There's too much power at Harvard at the present time, and I see judicial action. He can't do that. I see judicial action. So, this is going to be an ongoing story situation. Let's ask the pendulum. Will Dumpy succeed, just to confirm what I was saying, will he succeed in getting Harvard? No, he won't succeed in getting international students at Harvard to leave. WTF. He thinks he's in Russia, he thinks he's Mussolini still, and he's... Before we go, let's read on him. He who looks just like death warmed over at the present time. So glad that we get together. It's so important. Tomorrow's Friday. PNN meets at 7 p.m. I'll do an Off the Ledge every day, as I have been doing, with our daily forecast, our astrology forecast from Kathy Beale, a reading from Ernest Holmes, Science of Mind, daily readings, and a little pulling a few cards. So join us for Off the Ledge because it'll keep you on track. Okay. 3 cards about Dumpy, just in general, like what's going on with him. He's really losing his mind. He's really, the guides are saying his emotions aren't regulated. You're going to see that a lot more. Unregulated emotions, maybe you would call it. There's probably a psychological term for that. So how is Dumpy doing? Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Swords is Justice, 9 of Pentacles. He's all about how much money, how much money, how much money, how much money. He's all about that. The Knight of Swords, though, is justice. There are people that are watching what's going on, that know exactly what's going on. As far as how Dumpy is doing, the Queen of Pentacles, I feel the Divine Feminine is going to stop him. Now that could just represent an energy, the energy of the feminine rising up, that you can only beat it down for so long. I'm going to ask another question about him, about his health. I'm just going to pull one card about his health. That wasn't specifically about his health. Queen of Pentacles again. The women are really getting to him. Let's ask the Pendulum. I mean, I shuffled the cards. Let's ask the Pendulum. Wherever, or maybe not. Let's ask my prayer wheel, since the Pendulum just disappeared. Oh, never mind. Let's use the Pendulum. About Dumpy. Let's ask this. Is he clinically... I was just going to say, is he clinically, like sick? And I have yes. Is his health going to sustain him through the month of June? I feel no. I feel like a health collapse is imminent. Let's just ask for the sake of entertainment, I guess, because it's hard to predict time. Is his health his health is failing? It's failing as we speak, and that's a really strong yes. Is he going to be walking on the earth for the rest of this year? I'm not going to go any further than that. That could mean that he's in a wheelchair. Just going to leave it there. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. To book a reading, psychic.com. To join, hit the join button and choose the level at which you would like to subscribe to this channel. And when you do, at every level, you have available to you all the members only videos, which are classes and spiritual enlightenment. Okay, what I have to offer you for that thus far. See you soon. Take good care. Stop worrying. Start directing your thinking. When you activate, the stress goes away. Namaste.